The process of blocking gives crocheted or knit items a finished look. Steaming is the quickest and easiest way to block. I use it about 90% of the time, but there are some precautions you need to take. Always do a test strand because some items with synthetic fibers in them will melt or shrink. Take your iron and take the strands of yarn you'll be blocking and steam them from about 2 or 3 inches above, and just make sure that there's no curling or shrinking. Once you've tested your strands, go ahead and hold your iron above your piece 2 or 3 inches and steam it. Then go ahead and finger set while the project's still warm, and then you can repeat the process. For larger items, you can do sections. So do a small section and then finger set it, let it cool, and then move on to another section. Also, you'll want to block with the stitches and against the stitches. And what I mean by that is, say it's a baby afghan. You'll want to set it placing the stitches from top to bottom, and then also set it placing them side to side. Here I used pins. You can steam with pins. Your finished project will end up a little bit larger than your unblocked project. Just showing you some before and after. So this is a before, and then here is an after. Also, corners or waves or that sort of thing, those can be blocked right out. So here my corner kind of curves a little bit. Once I block it, it goes into a nice point. Next is cold blocking, and that is just taking a project and misting it to then air dry. Cover a blocking board. Here I used a pillow. Cover it with plastic and then a towel. That will protect the pillow. Next, lay your project out flat, and then you will mist it until it is damp. Not thoroughly saturated, but just damp. At this point, you'll let it air dry for 24 to 48 hours. You can use pins to set it even further. Next, I'll go into wet blocking. And wet blocking is essentially hand washing your item. Use a designated soap. I use actually baby wash, and gently wash it and then drain out the soapy water. You're going to rinse twice. When you rinse, go ahead and knead your project. Try not to twist or pull on it, but you'll go ahead and rinse 2 times. Once you feel you have gotten the soap out of your project, go ahead and squeeze it gently. Try not to wring or twist it again. And then you will next grab a towel to get the excess water out. You want to try and get out as much water as you can before you let it air dry. For larger items, I go ahead and hand wash them in my bathtub, or you can use a laundry sink, and then you probably will go through a couple, 2 or 3 towels to get the excess water out. For this small piece, I'll be using my pillow, quote, blocking board, but you could use a piece of cardboard or a child's play mat, the foam kind. I've even used my mattress, just making sure to cover it with plastic from the hardware store. Lay your project out, and again, let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. Lastly, I'm going to go over stiffening. I use regular school glue. Make a mixture of half glue, half water, and then totally immerse your item that you're going to stiffen into the glue mixture. Gently remove most of the glue mixture, not all of it, but most of it, and then pin it out on a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. You may want to have a designated blocking board for when you do stiffening because it is quite messy. Here I'm just adding a little bit more of the glue mixture to some of the thicker pieces. Again, you'll have it dry for 24 to 48 hours, and then you'll go ahead and carefully remove your pins and release it from the parchment paper. These ones here I've already released from the parchment paper. Just slide your finger underneath and it should come right off. There are other mixtures to use. Some people even use sugar and or starch. I don't suggest spray starch. It kind of yellows in a white yarn. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.